Hello guys and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you've never been here before. Now, I know it is hard times at the moment. It's hard times. The only thing I can do is entertain you lot and laugh at YouTubers being dumb. Also, if the lighting's a bit funny or like stranger than usual, it's because it's daytime when I'm filming this. It's actually 1 PM, 2 PM. Love lockdown hours. So, I was going to do a full recap of season 2 of Tana Mongeau's MTV show. I'm not sure what it's called anymore because it's not Tana Turns 21, but I was going to do a full recap of that like I did last time at the end of it. However, they have released an episode that's been so poorly received, I thought I will do a one-off video just to dissect it and really get into it. If you want to see episode by episode recaps of Tana Mongeau's MTV show, check out a YouTuber called Alexander. He's doing just that, and he's really nice and funny, and tell him I sent you and all that, yeah? So the episode in question is called Tana Faces a Shocking Diagnosis. It's episode 4 of season 2. Going into this already has a 61% like to dislike ratio, which is terrible for a Tana Mongeau video or an MTV video. Anyway, strap in and get ready for this episode of Save Jordan Worona from his crazy clientele. I know there are going to be some people who say, oh, it's scripted, it's fake. I already explained as a rebuttal to these claims, I already explained why I do not think it's a good idea or looks good for your image to act like a dick on a reality TV show, but I hate explaining myself, so if you want to see my explanation on why I think that simply doesn't work when we're talking about reality TV, then you're just going to have to go watch my other video I did on this topic. So this episode is primarily about Tana going to the doctor to get a diagnosis from this really bad cough she's been having for the past 8 months, but there is a subplot of Ashley and Imari wanting verification so they can get free shit sent to them from companies, which I'm not going to slate, because what's the point me having this YouTube channel and this following if I don't get sent vegan chocolate for free at least once?
Jordan better pull through with this verification, otherwise I'm taking that "we are verified" sign and name of the company and it's going in the trash.
I am completely on board and I agree with everything about the verification. I want to be verified. Like, I do get it.
Honestly though, Jordan does the most work out of any of them, so if anyone should get verified, it's him. Why do these videos turn into like the Jordan Worona fan club? I don't get it.
If we start increasing consistency and viewership, your rates go up. So instead of getting, you know, $10,000 for a 2-minute shout out, you get $15,000. And the truth is, if you guys do consistently post, I'm not joking, it will more than double the amount of revenue that you guys made last year.
Imagine having the opportunity to make £10,000 per video shout out and then not making any content. What are you doing? Then there's this incredible scene.
I want you posting 1 new video on YouTube a week. Do you know how many that is per year?
No.
50 something?
56? 54?
57?
Stop making stupid people famous.
Unfortunately, there is no way in hell that Ashley and or Imari are able to post once a week for the rest of the year. That will never happen.
I'm sorry, but this needs to be said. The type of content that Ashley and Imari make, it's not difficult. It doesn't require research. It doesn't require much other than just being a little bit fun whilst you taste test different Starbucks drinks. It's not difficult to make this type of content. You're not an animator spending 10 hours on like a 1-minute clip. Once a week for a YouTuber is nothing, especially with the algorithm now that wants you to be uploading fucking constantly. Once a week is nothing. I upload 3 to 5 times a week. I try to anyway. PewDiePie uploaded every single day for the past 10 years. It's obvious to me that you guys don't really actually want to be YouTubers, but you do want the perks that come alongside being big YouTubers. I feel like they saw Tana get famous and they wanted to ride her coattails a little bit. Is that unfair to say? I mean, don't get me wrong, I do like that Tana tries to bring her friends in along with the journey. She's brought this whole friend group to fame with her, and I do like that because I think if she's anything, she's quite a supportive friend to her close friends from what I've seen anyway. Don't shoot me for being nice about Tana Mongeau. And I understand that because I kind of want to do the same. Like, my best friend, all my close friends are so much funnier than me. They should be doing this other than like me. My best friend is like one of the funniest fucking people I've ever met in my life. He's so stupid. And I want to bring him along for like this journey as well and like have him on podcasts and stuff. So I totally understand it. But at the same time, watching Ashley and Amari, and it's Amari more than Ashley, like in this entire episode, say this type of stuff and, you know, being all about the money, it just makes me feel like they don't actually give a shit about YouTube itself. Either put effort into what you do or just don't bother at all and instead find something else to be passionate about.
Oh my God. Do you want me to do a haul of all that I got for all the blunts I'm gonna smoke after the doctor, or should I just?
Oh my God, guys, did you know that Tana Mongeau smokes? Did you know that she smokes weed? Oh my God, she's like, she's so fucking cool. She's not like those other girls, she's so fucking cool. Side note, I love that jacket she's wearing. See, don't say I don't ever compliment you.
I got white grape. My favorite, to be honest with you.
She's like a teenager trying to wind up her dad. She just tries way too hard to be outrageous to the point that it's transparent and almost completely predictable.
Like, at some point, though, like, we probably should discuss how, like, you're gonna need to take a break from smoking.
I never will.
Tana absolutely can stop smoking, she just doesn't want to. Feel like I might get some of her little fans being like, no, she's addicted to weed, you just don't understand. Whereas on this channel, I constantly make reference to the fact that I used to be a cokehead, so fuck off, don't at me. She can stop smoking weed, she just doesn't want to. She could eat edibles. Like, if you want to get high, there are other ways to ingest cannabis now. It's 2020. You don't need to smoke weed to get high. You could just eat edibles. But then if she ate edibles, she wouldn't be able to show off how like totally cool she is for like hitting blunts on her Insta stories, so.
But like, Tana, it's not, like, it might not be an option. Momentary lapses of not being happy are part of everyone's life.
It's like my life is just so stressful. That's my stress relieving outlet. It's far better than a lot of things I could be doing. I just don't see myself stopping.
You're not the only person with a stressful life, dude. I mean, some people don't get paid £10,000 per Instagram post after all. A teenager.
But it's crazy, I guess, because my parents would never, like, we would go to a doctor and then they would be like, oh, bill us, and then like never pay it. So I would always go to a different doctor every single time. Isn't that crazy? Jesus.
It's that time of the show where Tana blames all of her problems on her bad parents. I can totally sympathise with someone that didn't have the best of upbringings, but as an adult, it's your responsibility to take control over your life and put measures in place to make sure that you can be the best person you can be. As in, you are more than your childhood trauma, or any of your trauma. That's just a facet of you. It doesn't need to define you and control your entire life. As a person, you're not just made up of this one bad thing, or a few bad things that happened to you. Take control of your own life, basically.
I have really bad, like, PTSD towards doctors because I grew up where I would be on my deathbed and my parents would be like, we're gonna scream at you at the top of our lungs for being a terrible child.
Then, like, in this episode, she throws around terms like PTSD, and I don't buy it. I know some of you are gonna call me a cunt for that, but like, I'm just saying, I don't know. Just think it's a little bit of an exaggeration to be using terms like PTSD.
I'm being really serious, though, just so you know. While I think that you do know that I do care, like, this is not a question for me.
Thank you, ma'am. I know you care about me.
Just, like, for real, though, just so you know.
What?
Like that, like, for real.
What?
Like,
You love me?
I actually really liked this bit. I thought it was very sweet. Like, shut up, sue me. I do have a heart.
I'm super grateful that Jordan cared enough to make the appointment, but I feel like everything everyone says to me, I don't trust to an extent because I've just lived a life of seeing what happens if you trust people. I always am kind of like, okay, well, we'll see if you do. I think actions speak louder than words.
She says, I think actions speak louder than words. He got you the doctor's appointment and he is driving you to the doctor's appointment to make sure you get checked out. Like, get over yourself. I did see a comment that said Tana is obsessed with being like this tortured artist, and I think I have to agree with that statement. Jordan's been in your life for years, has helped you formulate your career, constantly gets you out of shit for always being late and sloppy with your brand deals. You know that thing that makes you money? Yeah. And he's caring more about your health than you do. His actions are speaking pretty loud and clear. Get a grip.
All I want is you.
Vapes and then has a coughing fit. I wonder if there's some sort of correlation here. By the way, if it sounds like I have no patience or sympathy and that I'm just being mean, please remember I've watched the entire episode, so I know what's coming.
I have no idea what's wrong with me. I know that symptoms like incessant, crazy coughing attacks and spitting up blood and coughing up mucus at all times are definitely all symptoms of things that aren't great, so...
The way she coughs like a child without covering her face. We have a global pandemic happening right now because of people like this. It's gross. Stop it. Wash your fucking hands.
Like, this hurts so bad. I hope they figure out what's wrong with me in this one appointment because I am never coming back. Oh my God, can you take this off me? I can't do this. I'm sorry. Okay, like, that hurts so bad, I can't. I'd literally rather have a cough.
So she gets her blood pressure taken and acts like a child. That's unfair to say actually, because children behave better than this, and she's just rude to the nurse as well. So she can't deal with just a little like blood pressure thing, but she could deal with going to the hospital for ringworm, getting a nose job, and having a face full of filler and injections. Oh wait, and she got her nipple pierced. I mean, she screams about that, but regardless, she still got her nipple pierced. Right, make it make sense. If you're gonna be over dramatic for your own TV show, can you at least like be a little bit consistent with the canon?
I kind of want to leave. Would you be mad if I just left?
I would be beyond mad, yeah.
Like, mad at me?
Yes.
Like, that was so painful. My arm literally hurts so bad. I don't want to go through this.
Throw in a temper tantrums, try and get her own way.
I hate this. I hate this. I hate this. I don't know what to say. I can pretend like I like it. I can pretend it's normal, but I hate this. I was never raised or conditioned that this was normal or to like it.
Was never conditioned to like it. Yes, because the rest of us just love going to the doctors. It's a favorite pastime of mine.
Then tell me a little bit about your smoking history.
I smoke a lot of tobacco-related products. I don't smoke cigarettes like daily at all, but I smoke a lot of marijuana, which obviously comes with like tobacco leaf.
Okay, vaping?
No, not really.
Okay.
Just lying to the doctor. Good idea. Strong move. Smart. 500 plus IQ points. Galaxy brain.
So we're putting her to the test today and seeing if she can do my makeup in 10 minutes. Okay, 10 minutes on the clock. I chose this video idea because the footage will be roughly 10 minutes, which means it'll be really easy to edit and I can just burn through it really fast and get that one video out for the week and meet Jordan's deadline.
That level of care for your channel and your subs though.
It makes me really happy to collab with Ashley on my channel because one, we are such good friends and we've never, I don't think ever filmed a video, just the two of us for my channel before.
Close your eyes.
Oh! And because Ashley cracks, so that means more views for me, which means bigger check.
What?
With her support, I can make a solid grand off of this video and ad revenue in like a week.
There you have it. It's all about the money. Don't get me wrong, I make money from YouTube, but I also love being an entertainer. And let me tell you guys something, for nothing. I know, like so charitable. Well, I can't think of words, that like my head hurts. If I was making $1,000 per week from YouTube or £10,000 per video sponsorship, let me tell you for nothing that I would be doing a lot more than, oh, someone else just doing my makeup for 10 minutes and that's it. I'd be flying out to Roswell to hunt for them aliens. I'd be making my own Ancient Aliens conspiracy TV type show. I'd interview David fucking Icke. I'd go to Loch Ness. I'd look for Bigfoot. I'd be doing so much with that kind of money. Are you kidding? Because it's a passion. Like, this is a passion of mine. To be an entertainer, to be a professional idiot, you know? I'd be trying to make premium fucking content. Not just, oh, let's shit out any old video and chuck it up and like, you know, get our paychecks. And I checked Amari's channel after I watched this, and I don't think this video of him having his makeup done by Ashley ever went on his channel. Also, I just checked Ashley's channel and it says on the banner, new videos every Friday.
So that was a fucking lie.
I'm not gonna say anything for this next bit, but I'm just gonna put these two clips together and see if you guys can spot the difference.
Yo, if Tana comes back and like tells us she has tuberculosis, like everyone's life is over.
Yeah.
Like what?
He'll be okay.
Tana has become the most important aspect of my life and the biggest aspect of my life. I have put almost everything on hold to help her and to further her career. And it's not a burden to me. It's what I want to do. I would be devastated if something were to happen to Tana.
The doctor tells Tana he thinks she has asthma. Jordan asks about tuberculosis, and the doctor says that tuberculosis has other symptoms such as coughing up blood, which is actually something that happened with Tana. It's one of her symptoms, but she didn't tell the doctor because why the fuck not? It's just your lung health, it's not like that's important. The doctor even says that they can test for TB, but Tana doesn't want to.
Yeah, can we just, get going, please? Are we good?
Is there anything else in terms of care that we should like be doing? Sorry.
Can you please stop asking questions?
Dude, this is honestly, like, I want to know this.
Tana getting mad that someone cares about her health and well-being.
Yeah, as far as care, of course, not smoking is best.
I cannot smoke. Okay.
I'm just saying.
You can, you just don't want to.
Oh my God, it's gonna take 45 minutes.
Isn't that insane? Like the amount of time we've been like putting in energy to this. Like, oh my God, I'm not coming back in 10 days, by the way.
I just feel bad for Jordan, like as always.
That's insane, especially over asthma. I have asthma. I'm fine. I have asthma. I think it's like
It's not funny though. People die from asthma.
Good, kill me.
Q comments defending Tana, being like, MTV are just painting her in a bad light, but those words literally just came out of her mouth, unless they dubbed over it, but I doubt that. It's like the equivalent of running someone over in your car, being taken to court, and then saying that CCTV footage just paints me in a bad light. Right, so on one hand, I do not agree with putting every public figure on a pedestal and saying, you're a role model de facto, so behave. I don't agree with that. I'm not saying I'm a public figure, but I'm a public YouTuber, right? I've got like a small following. And I'm definitely not a role model. I'm a fucking idiot. If anyone looks at me and goes, yep, she's got her shit together, the reforms cokehead has her shit together, they need their head tested. But I've never put myself in the position of being like, I'm a role model to you guys. Whereas Tana Mongeau has consistently said throughout her videos that she wants to be a positive influence on her young teenage, primarily female fan base. She calls her audience her best friends regularly. And to be honest, like to me, that's just emotional manipulation, and girls will feel naturally more closer to her. Like, you know, favorite YouTuber, like she calls us best friends, and they might look up to her, right? I'm pretty sure in her breakup video, I'm not gonna check, but I'm pretty sure in her breakup video with the Poundland Bieber, she said something along the lines of she wanted to handle the breakup properly by jumping into a fake marriage with Jake Paul, because she knew that young girls would be looking up to her to see how she handled the situation, and she wanted to be like a positive influence for them. But then you go and do this kind of stuff with your health. So either call yourself a role model and try to look after yourself and be a positive influence so others might follow suit, or just don't bother at all. You can't have it both ways. According to healthline.com, 250,000 people die prematurely of asthma attacks every year, and 9 people die daily in the USA because of asthma attacks. I understand using humour to deal with negative situations is something that I do all of the time. But my issue is she's completely dismissing this and refusing to take medicine. Some people in the USA cannot afford medication, and you're refusing it just to be edgy? I don't understand why she's refusing it. I don't understand that. So to me, I'm just going to think she's just doing it to be controversial and edgy. And if that's not the epitome of entitlement, then I don't know what is.
I don't care at all. There's nothing you can say to make me care, and I'm not gonna pretend to care.
What is wrong with you?
I might as well have just gotten a clean bill of health.
Tana, that's ridiculous.
She keeps repeatedly saying how she doesn't care, as if we didn't just see her crying and having a mental breakdown at the doctors over this issue. And we all know for a fact, if it was something more serious or something that she was going to take seriously, then it would be the biggest crisis anyone's personally ever had, and she would make a 40-minute long video exploiting that fact. There. I said it. You know I'm right.
I'm not going to make any changes to my health. I don't really see myself as someone taking that kind of medicine right now.
I gotta be honest, like, even saying that, like, people who heard that would just think you're a idiot for saying that. No, I'm serious. That's like really stupid.
I mean, I guess asthma is better than tuberculosis.
Tana is the type of person who talks with her mouth full, and that's all you need to know about her.
Because I don't care.
Why would you not care about your own health? Why would you not care about not coughing? Like, doesn't that bother you to cough?
Stop pressing me. Like, why don't you care? You have to care. You do care. No, I don't. I think Jordan always thinks he's doing what's best for my interests, but he doesn't take into consideration, like, me, my feelings, what I'm capable of.
I don't feel like this soundbite makes sense in the context of the scene we just saw, because she's saying he doesn't understand what I'm capable of. Like, what do you mean? Because we all just saw you aren't even capable of being responsible for your own physical health.
Wait till what happened to the doctor. I actually like really want to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, get the bag.
I got asthma.
That's asthma?
That's literally all that's wrong with me. I have asthma, like temporary asthma. Like, here's an inhaler.
Oh.
That's it.
She has asthma. Asthma? Are you kidding me? It's just been asthma this whole time? Like, you could have just had an inhaler and fixed everything?
So what do we do now? Do we have a party?
Do we go to a hookah lounge? Should I my lungs? Like spice, salvia. Me talking to my lungs like, oh, bitch, you can handle it. Oh, God.
She uses this for 10 days, exactly like the doctor told her, like there's a chance that it gets better.
I feel like you're not gonna use the inhaler. Like, I feel like you don't care.
Yo, I agree.
She tells her friends and they all joke about it and dismiss it, and I'm not going to slate them for joking about it because I think that humour is a natural response to situations of high tension. Humour can be used as a coping mechanism. When I found out that a close loved one had cancer, this was a few years ago, they're fine now, don't worry, my immediate response, and they're very, very close to me, it was like an immediate relative, my immediate response was just to make jokes about it and make them laugh and cheered them up and kept their spirits up and whatnot. That's just how I personally deal with things. If I find out a friend is a bit ill, I'll send them memes and try and cheer them up. For me, I think humour and comedy is one of the only defences, like the only rebuttal we have against an infinite cosmos that spits us out for such a short period of time until we return to the void. And it doesn't care about us in the interim period. The universe doesn't give a fuck. To me, like, joking about that is one of my only forms of retaliation against such a cold, cruel existence. Why do my videos always just like... For me, humour is a crucial and fundamental part of the human condition. And to me, it alleviates the burden of this sentience existence. My videos always turn like this dark because my life genuinely is an ongoing existential crisis. So to be honest, all I have is humour, because if I'm not laughing, I'll be sitting there screaming at the void. Do you know what I mean? So I don't mind that they made a few jokes about this. It's called gallows humour for a reason. I think the problem is that they just dismiss it as, oh, it's just asthma, it's no big deal. And they aren't shown in this scene to be giving a shit about the fact that she's refusing her medication.
I was saying this the whole car ride home. I don't care, and you can't make me care.
Like everyone has, I feel like literally everyone has asthma.
Yeah, I have it.
Why would you want to be sick your entire life and be coughing like that? That's insane.
Guys!
She doesn't have tuberculosis, it's just asthma.
Oh, God! All jokes aside, it is kind of serious.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm gonna take it kind of serious. It's hard for me to care, but I'm gonna try to care.
Oh, really? I'm surprised.
Yeah, I don't really mean this. I just know MTV wants it.
Not gonna lie, the look to camera did make me laugh when I first saw it because one, I'm a bad person, and two, it's really like David Brent from The Office, or like there's this show in England called Come Dine With Me, and this bloke, I'll just insert the clip. I'll insert the clip. British viewers will know exactly what I'm talking about.
In fourth place is me.
Oh. I don't know why you're shaking your head at me.
You won, Jane.
Oh my God.
Enjoy the money. I hope it makes you very happy. Dear Lord, what a sad little life, Jane. You ruined my night completely so you could have the money, but I hope now you spend it on getting some lessons in grace and decorum, because you have all the grace of a reversing dump truck without any tyres on.
I don't get it.
Well, you wouldn't, let's be honest, there's nobody in there, love. So Jane, take your money and get off my property.
So to conclude my thoughts on this episode, I once had a health scare that was nothing more than the culmination of my paranoid delusions. But I thought after a decade of partying and smoking that I was developing mouth cancer because I thought I felt a lump. And I ran away from the responsibility of looking after my own life for several months, refused to go to the dentist because I was too scared about finding out whether I had it or not, which incredibly counterproductive, because if you do have something like cancer, you need to get it sorted out sooner rather than later. We all know that logically, but I was just irrationally scared. I put off going to the dentist for the longest time because I had a phobia of going to the dentist because, you know, I didn't enjoy it as like a child. But because I'm not a child, I ended up making an appointment and going anyway and getting it checked out. All fine, by the way. And also, like, I low-key love going to the dentist now because my dentist is like, he's like a roadman. I went from having a phobia of them to now having 2 dentists and my teeth are all like straight, and yeah, I love it now. I love going to the dentist. So as this lockdown's over, I'm going to go back in there. But basically, it was all in my head and I was incredibly relieved, and I made a lot of jokes about it because I was, you know, relieved that it was nothing serious. But then I made healthy changes to my lifestyle to prevent myself having to go through that kind of mental stress again. I completely quit drinking alcohol. I completely quit taking drugs. I barely smoke now. Maybe like 1 or 2 a month. Not ideal, but I'm working on it. 1 or 2 a month's a lot better than... Barely smoke cigarettes. But I don't think Tana is going to make positive health changes to her lifestyle. And if you read a lot of the top comments, there's a lot of fans alienated by her behaviour. So this is going to create a boy who cried wolf scenario, in which if she does have another health scare and it's something serious, a lot of her fans aren't going to sympathise with her because A, it could have been entirely preventable, and B, she's just had like an incredibly obnoxious attitude. Now, is Tana Mongeau the worst person ever? Yes. Absolutely not. Of course not. Of course, like, grow up. Of course she's not. Of course, not even close. But is she an entitled brat who needs to grow up a bit? Yes. Now, I'm a little bit lenient with people under the age of 25 because their prefrontal cortex hasn't fully developed, so they haven't reached total emotional maturity yet. I had some major maturity leaps from the ages of 21 to 25. Honestly, I had some massive leaps in maturity and personal development and growth when I went sober last year. You know, it took me going sober to stop being a cunt. But I do kind of think that Tana is really immature for a 21-year-old. And she needs to catch up mentally. Do you think this kind of behaviour is still going to be cute when you're 25? Unable to look after yourself or do anything without Jordan babysitting you? As for Jordan, I kind of feel like he's in... I hate using these words, but I do feel like he's in a little bit of a toxic relationship with Tana. Not like a relationship, you know, like client manager, like friendship, whatever. I feel that it's a little bit of a toxic situation because he consistently tries to care for her and she consistently just rebuffs him or treats him like shit. However, I'm very aware that we're only seeing a certain side of it. But if this public side of their relationship is the best side, like because you know how you put your best face forward for the public eye, then what's really going on behind closed doors? Like, how bad actually is it? I don't make this video for it to just be a hate video or to be like, you're a knob, you're a bad person, because I honestly just want to see Tana do better for herself. She was a teenager who became pretty famous pretty fast, and we do consistently see teenagers who live this kind of lifestyle and make the transition into adulthood, having that type of fame and money and like lifestyle, spat out and fucked up by it, and I don't want to see that happen to her. Also, I have to say, I think MTV are not in control, obviously, of what's going on in the globe right now, but you have to admit it's kind of like bad timing. It's not like there's a global pandemic affecting respiratory systems going on right now, is there? Anyway, that's all for this video. If you enjoyed it, do remember to like, comment, subscribe. Remember to follow me on Instagram because I need more Instagram followers for my own external validation. And yeah, if you enjoyed this video, I make new videos whenever I feel like it, and I will see you guys next time. Stay safe out there. Bye.